What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name's Rock Soldier, and today we're gonna be checking out the last song off of Grim Peaks 3, I Don't Feel at Home Anymore, I believe. Or no, it's I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. Excuse me, sorry. It is an incredibly long title. I don't know if I've ever seen a song with a title quite as long. But nonetheless, man, I'm super excited to check this one out. Grim Peaks 3 as a whole has been an absolute banger. I've loved all the beats. I've loved his flow. I got some high expectations for the last track here of the album, right? And good news for all of us is that Josh also just released a deluxe edition to Lonely Vibes, so we will be working through that in the upcoming weeks, as well as our 21 Pilots journey that we've been doing. And I'm also going to be having the 21 Pilots vlog coming up very soon. We already went to the concert. That's just under works right now and editing and whatnot. But for now, guys, we're going to be reacting to I Don't Feel at Home Anymore in This World. I'm super excited to check it out, guys. Let's get it. I want to know what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm always in pain and the burden of living is always too much when my death feels so imminent. Now all my memories feeling so vivid. I'm haunted by trauma that pays me in dividends. Looking for money and war for the voice, so I'm making choices to drown the voices. All these decisions I made in the past always following me. How the fuck did this happen? I came in for greatness, don't fuck with the average, but I can't relate with nobody. The sadness is breaking me down, I can't love anyone. I was burned too many times to be open, and I can't trust anyone. I know the focus is just to be using me up till they're done. Why would I share with them all my emotions when they're gonna use it or just set me up? I don't even know who the fuck
Okay, so right off the bat, man, I mean, this beat is killer, man. I love the intro to this specific track as well. I really want to know what the voice is saying in the beginning. There was like a couple words that I could make out bits and pieces, but nothing that really made sense in my head. And then the beat is fire. I will say it is a little different in terms of a lot of the other beats. I feel like it's got a little bit of like a slower pace to it, right? But as for what he's talking about, it just seems like he's it's basically like exactly what the title of the track says, is that he doesn't feel at home in this world anymore. Kind of feels like everything is just everything's like against him, right? So everything kind of feels foreign. Nothing feels like familiar, so to speak. Right there in the beginning of the verse, he goes, I'm haunted by trauma that pays me in dividends. Could be a slight reference to the song Trauma off Lonely Vibes, in a slight way, just by using the word trauma. I could be off the mark there. But I think essentially there what he's saying is just that, in his older music, he made songs about the traumas that he's had to go through, as do a lot of artists. And then I think he's mentioned this in another song too. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Just kind of how now that he's made those songs and they've actually become popular, right, and his career has taken off, now he has to play these songs that are really popular about his traumas, and he kind of has to like relive them, so to speak. But they pay him, it's the dividends. But he goes on to say, that he just kind of feels like he can't trust anybody, right? That almost like everybody's let him down, and that he feels like nobody can relate to him. And when you're sad and in a down place, that can be a very dangerous spot to be in, right? Because you just feel like on an island, right? Like no one gets you, and you just don't feel like anything's familiar. It almost makes me feel like you could associate with the word numbness, almost, maybe like he was almost feeling like a little numb to everything. And he goes on to say, why he feels that way is because he was burned too many times, and that he can't trust anyone because people just use him. And why would he share his emotions with people when they're just going to turn around and flip that on him later?
And I can't trust anyone. I know the focus is just to be using me up till they're done. Why would I share with them all my emotions when they're gonna use it or just set me up? I don't even know who the fuck I am anymore. I don't even know what the point of all this for. I don't even know who the fuck I am anymore. I don't even know what the point of all this for. I'm always hanging on right by a thread again, walking right next to the edge again. Voices inside of my head again, tell me that I should've left again. I've been trying to find my mind before I self-destruct. I keep pushing forward, but this time I think I've had enough. I've been trying to find my mind before I self-destruct. I keep pushing forward, but this time I think I've had enough.
really like the emphasis there on those last couple lines there in that verse. You know, I'm just trying to find my mind before I self-destruct. And I feel like that plays perfectly into like what I was describing in the first verse, kind of where he's kind of at this point where like something's gonna break, right? And he tries to push forward, and something he talks kind of preaches about quite a bit is just, you know, keep pushing forward, and you know, things should get better. And you know, at this point, you know, Josh is basically saying that it still hasn't happened, and we've heard this theme on multiple albums from him now, and he just wants to like find his mind, get himself right, basically mentally, before, you know, something budges, you know, so to speak, because something's got to give at some point, right? Like, you can't have this emotion build up and just have it there forever. Like, eventually it's got to go somewhere, right? It's got to be directed to something. So I like the emphasis on those last lines there. And again, you know, the rest of it is kind of just, you know, kind of a little bit more of the same. You know, how he just kind of always feels like he's on the edge, and you know, I think he said hanging by a thread, and it's kind of that description of just feeling like one wrong move and it's like done, kind of, right? Like you just had enough. And you know, he talked about the voices in his head tell him that he should leave again, basically saying that he should just kind of like stop making music, because again, in the chorus he kind of questions, you know, what is all this for? You know, like I don't know what I'm doing this for anymore. I don't even know who I am anymore. So he's kind of in this state of just like questioning everything, and just not really sure what direction to go in, kind of. Z-Wall. A long outro. I do fuck with the beat though. I do like it. Alright, so that was I Don't Feel at Home Anymore in This World by Lil Revive, the last track off his latest release, Grim Peaks 3. And again, I really like this like closer to the album here. I feel like it had a lot of ups and a lot of fast paces, and then the last track just before this, Goner, was a little bit of a different vibe compared to everything else we've heard, and then this track was a little bit more back to the trappish, heavy beat kind of sound that we heard on the rest of the album, but it was like slowed down a little bit. So you know, overall, you know, I really like the album. As for like favorite tracks, I know you guys like me to give my favorite tracks, man, especially when I finish them. I would have to say I really did enjoy Goner. I did, but I think I enjoyed You'll Float 2 more. I gotta say that track was just, ooh, that track was fire, man. But as for this track, man, I really liked it, man. And again, he's just kind of conveying how he feels and how he just, you know, doesn't feel as if anything's gotten better, you know, throughout the past couple years at the very least, right? And just kind of how he wishes that it would. And you know, obviously we don't know what he's actively doing to make those changes, hopefully, for him in a positive way, other than making music. You know, music is a great release of stress, but obviously that might not be working for him completely. I'm sure it's a great tool that helps him get through it, but obviously, you know, as we've seen over the past couple of years with some of his music, that it's obviously not the key to fixing everything. So I really did enjoy this track though, and I enjoyed the album as a whole. I'm excited for the deluxe edition of Lonely Vibes, and you know, I gotta say I enjoyed both albums so far, so I'm definitely interested to check out the the deluxe edition of Lonely Vibes. So you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed, man, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit that bell, and we're dropping the next one. So I got for you guys for now. It's your boy Rock Soldier. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Have an even better day tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Alright guys, peace.